Well, thank you very much, Steve, for the wonderful introduction. As always, you show great leadership. You're a fantastic leader with healthcare, both at Safeway and also with the coalition that you have formed now. And to me, I have to really say it is amazing that just a few months ago at my State of the State address, I have challenged California that we go and straighten out our mess that we have and fix a broken healthcare system. And within a shortest period of time, we have seen all the legislative leaders, Democrats and Republicans, put their proposal on the table, and really interesting proposals. And everyone came together and started working together, and we had many, many conversations and meetings about that. And I think that that is so inspirational for everybody that actually business leaders and labor leaders started coming together and started talking about it. So we see now more and more people becoming part of this coalition. And so we're very happy of seeing now that Steve Byrd showing such great leadership and putting this group together here with the top CEOs here in California. There's more than 40 now already part of it. He thinks that within a short period of time that it will go up to 100. So this really drives the whole thing forward. And so I think we're definitely going to get this done because we know that we have a big, big challenge in our hands. We have too many people that are uninsured, 6.5 million people that are uninsured in California. And there's no reason that people have to live in fear, that those that have no insurance have to live in fear that they have one long hospital stay, that they are going to get financially bankrupt and have to file for bankruptcy, which is the #1 cause of filing personal bankruptcies, medical bills, not only in California but nationwide. There's no reason that people have to fear that they have no insurance, that that they have to pay, and hospitals have to worry about that they get stuck with the unpaid bills because of the uninsured. And some hospitals are getting stuck with $60 to $70 million. If you add that up with all the hospitals we have, this, it goes into the billions of dollars. And the sad story is that the ones that are insured pay for the uninsured. So what we want to do is get rid of that hidden tax, the $14.7 billion that people are paying right now, that businesses are paying in California on this hidden tax. We want to go and get everyone insured. We want to make sure that no insurance company will ever refuse again anyone because of age or because of a medical history. I think that we can do it. I think there's a lot of challenges ahead, but the way the mood is going right now here in this Capitol and how Democrats and Republicans want to work together and make this happen for the people of California, I think this is really great. So I want to thank everyone for their great, great effort, and I'm happy that this year we will have true health care reform. And with that, I want to now call out Senator Parada to say a few words, please.
I just want to add that those of us that have been in the legislature for a while realize that it's a sport that requires full participation. And the more people we have who view healthcare and healthcare reform as an active issue that requires active participation, the better off we are. And to have the corporate community of California decide that this is as important to them as it is to us means that we are closing in on a solution.
Speaker Nunez, please, if you say a few words.
Thank you, Governor. I too join the chorus of voices that say thank you to the CEOs that are with us today, others that are not here, and to the more than 40 corporations that have joined in the effort to say that the year 2007 is the year that we have to fix our broken healthcare system.
Assemblyman Mike Valines, please.
Thank you, Governor. Well, first of all, I am just pleased to be here today. I want to give the governor credit for doing what he always does, providing a vision and leadership, putting a marker out there for the legislature to work towards. We have a health care issue that we have just got to deal with. I want to be brief, but something I shared with the group, I remember being a small business owner. I remember having employees. I remember providing health care. I remember months you thought you were doing great, months that weren't so good. Those are days I look forward to when I'm done here. But it taught me you've got to take care of your employees and you've got to do what's right. I believe this group is a big part of moving forward. I just believe what we have to do is bring in others. We need to make sure somebody is looking for small businesses. Somebody's out looking for those working people that I'm afraid we could be raising costs on. We need to make sure that everybody's at the table for a real solution. I believe the will and the energy and the desire to have something on health care this year, something that's good for California, that's positive, is there.
Why do you think that privatizing the lottery is a good idea? And does that fit in at all to your health care reform plan?
I don't know how you tied the two together, but we talk about that later.
I was hoping you'd answer the question. So.
Very funny. First of all, let me just say that we always look for how to make things in California more efficient. And I think that our lottery system is not run in the most efficient way. I think that we can do much better. I think we owe this to the taxpayers because it will mean more revenues for us. It will mean that we have revenues for education, and it will mean that we can use this money for many other, in many other ways.
Governor, all of us know that all of you want to reach an agreement, but how far we are to reach that?
Well, it's. I think the legislative leaders are here, and everyone is in sync that we need healthcare reform. We want to fix our broken system. I think that you have heard just earlier, everyone said that this is the year of healthcare reform. I said that during my State of the State address. I think Republicans have said it, Democrats have said it, and that I think that we definitely will get this done this year. Okay.
Are you going to be pardoning very children?
I've never gotten a request, but I have many more important things to think about.
So should you.
Did you see what Don said? Don said, I should hope.
Yes.
Hi. You and the legislative leaders have made a kind of a nice show of harmony, but underneath that, there's a real distinction between the Democrats and the Republicans. The Republicans have said no new fees, no new taxes, and I was wondering how you, as governor and a Republican, convinced them to agree to those, and how you use the business community, as represented by Mr. Byrd and his coalition, to try to persuade them to go along with that. They've taken a pledge of no new taxes, and that seems to be a major barrier to getting health care this year.
Well, first of all, let me just say, I think all of us agreed that we want to get rid of the hidden tax. So we are here to actually lower the costs for the people rather than increasing the costs of the people. So the important thing here is that every stakeholder, everyone will benefit from this reform that we are talking about. If you think about the $14.7 billion that the private sector, the businesses are hit with the hidden tax, think about when we just reduced it down by 1/3, what kind of savings this is. Think about what we have done, for instance, with workers' compensation, where everyone said it can't be done. And for years and years and years, we've seen companies moving away from California, and people are losing jobs. We came in and we reformed the system with Democrats and Republicans sitting down, even though there were differences of opinions on how to do it. But we sat down, we reformed the system. Now you see 50% reductions in workers' compensation costs, and there's an additional 16.5% coming this year. So that brings it down to 66%. This is unbelievable. That means that $14 billion go back to the people, back to the private sector. That's what we're talking about, and that's how we created the jobs, the 850,000 jobs. That is the intention of Democrats and Republicans, the business leaders, everyone, is to make it cheaper and more affordable for everyone. How we're going to get there, that's what we're going to work out. But the willingness to make it work is there, and I think that's the important thing. You've seen what happened with prison reform, how quickly we got that done after we negotiated and all this. So it's a great spirit, and I tell you, the rest of the country is looking at California of how well both of the parties are working together, because they know, everyone knows, that the people out there in California, they don't care if something is Republican or if something is Democratic. They just want to have the problems fixed. And this legislature is interested in getting the problems fixed.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you very much.